My sister went missing 2 years ago. Today I found her secret diary. My sister was only 17 when she vanished into thin air 2 years ago. She didn't tell anyone goodbye, leave a note telling us why she left, or literally any clue on where she was headed. The police tore the town apart. They searched every single house, restaurant, and even the wood, but they found nothing. I was 15 when it happened, so I believed it when the police told us that she probably just ran away. My parents completely broke. Dad stopped talking, and my mom turned into a goat. My parents made me keep my sister's room locked. They said it helped them grieve, but I never stopped thinking about her. I tried to ignore everything about my sister until this morning. My mom came up to me while I was eating my breakfast, handed me a key, and said it was time to clean out her room. So I took the keys, finished my breakfast, and went into her room. It looked like she never left. Same laundry pile, posters, even the same weird vanilla scent that I hated. I ignored it and started packing her old clothes. When I accidentally bumped her desk, I thought nothing of it until I heard something in the back drop to the ground. I found a small black diary. It was super dusty and dry, but I wanted to know what was inside. I opened the diary, and the first page was from August. He moved again. I hear him dragging himself under the floorboards. Mom says it's Rat, but I know better. I was super confused about who she was talking about, but I flipped through, and every page got significantly worse. He stood behind me while I brushed my teeth. He breathed my name into the shower curtain. He likes my smell. My throat went dry. Then I turned to the last entry. It was dated yesterday, exactly 2 years after she vanished. It used the same exact pen, had the same exact handwriting, and the ink smelled the exact same way. He misses you. You're almost old enough. Don't read any further. I slammed the book shut and backed out of the room. I told myself it was a prank. Old pages maybe, and that I just read it wrong. I threw it onto the ground, finished cleaning her room, and went outside to hang out with my friend. Everything seemed like it was going back to normal until I went into my room and found it on my pillow. But instead of just the book being there, it was opened with a new entry that was written that day. Nice room. You should lock your closet more often. I turned around and just stared at my closet. The door was cracked an inch. I didn't sleep. The next morning, I found the diary in my bathroom with another entry. Your breath fogs up the mirror in the same pattern as hers. He liked that. I dropped it in the bathtub and turned the faucet on full blast. Watched the ink melt away. Pages go soft and soggy. I left it there, but an hour later, it was sitting on the kitchen table, completely dry and open. Water won't work. He drinks it. I couldn't understand what was going on, so I called my cousin Tyler that night and told him everything. He didn't laugh. He said my sister gave him that same exact diary 3 weeks before she vanished. She told him to never read past page 32, and he did exactly that. After hearing what he told me, I decided that I needed to burn it, so I went into my living room and threw it into my fireplace. But something crawled out of the ashes and whispered her name. I was scared half to death, so I got in my car and drove as fast as I could to his house. But after ringing his doorbell about 20 times, he never answered. I tried to look through the window to see if he was home and saw a pile of ashes and dozens of tiny footprints in the carpet. No Tyler. Just one thing left in the living room, the diary, but this time with a new message. Stop sharing me. You're almost ripe. I drove home as fast as I could and locked myself in my room. I taped the diary shut, wrapped it in tinfoil, stuffed it in my backpack, and decided to try to get some sleep. But only 2 hours later, at 3:17 a.m., I woke up to the sound of scratching coming from under my bed. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and found my backpack was unzipped. The foil was shredded, and the diary was open on the floor. This time, instead of an entry, it had a drawing. It was me sleeping, with 2 hands reaching out from the shadows, one holding a knife, the other holding my sister's necklace. I flipped to the next page, which was just blank. Then another one, which was also blank. I flipped to the last page of the diary, and found the entry. Turn around. Before I could even think, I heard her voice right behind me. He promised if I filled the last page, he'd let me come back to Mom and Dad, but she wasn't crying. She was smiling.